So Google's keynote just wrapped up and I want to get right into it. I/O 12 is all about new technology that Google is developing or is ready to sell. But let's start talking about Android. We all knew that 4.1 Jelly Bean was coming. That's going to be the next release coming on the Nexus S and also Motorola Xoom. You'll have voice recognition now without using a data connection, so I was impressed by that. You'll also have more detailed notifications. You won't have to open up the apps that you want to use, such as Gmail or even music. You'll be able to control everything through the notification. So if you're reading an email, you'll be able to get it all in the notification center. You can also hide them with gestures, something like that they were doing, or that, something with your hands or whatever, to close off the notifications that you don't want to see. They also added more features to Android Beam. Now you can share photos and video with people that have an Android phone. You can also take a phone running Jelly Bean and press it against a Bluetooth speaker and the music will play. So I thought that was fantastic. I'm not sure if you can do that with like a laptop that's Bluetooth enabled, but they said speaker in particular, so maybe that's just what they have for now. The voice search was probably one of the most impressive things with this. With the new voice recognition feature with Android, you can ask questions and it'll give you like a flip card of like the answers. So if you say like, how's the weather? You'll hear a woman's voice respond to you. It sounds barely robotic, so it's very realistic voice. It'll show you the weather on your location. You know, you can do it with any kind of search. If you have questions or if you want to tell it something, you can command it to do something. If you say something like show photos for a search, it'll show you the photos. So with Google now, you'll be able to tell you the cool restaurants in the area. If you're constantly searching on Google for like, I don't know, the scores or the time of the game, it'll tell you all the information about that team. Same thing with like going to like restaurants and stuff. If you're always going to the same restaurant, or even if you're making a plan for a trip to go somewhere and you're using public transportation, or even if you're using a car, whatever you're doing, it'll tell you directions, it'll tell you what time to leave to make the appointment. It's almost like an assistant, like a personal assistant, but it's in your phone. Even with trips on planes, you know, when you're going traveling and everything, it'll tell you if there's delays, it'll tell you what time to leave for the airport. So there's a few things that Google was showing in the event, including the Nexus S, and that's going to have Jelly Bean on it. So that was pretty much a presentation in the beginning of what Jelly Bean is, and Nexus S is going to be released, and we were all expecting that. That's going to be a pretty good phone for Google to be selling. Then we also have the Nexus 7 made by Asus. This is going to be running Jelly Bean, and I thought it was a pretty good tablet. The price point is on point. This is $199. I mean, come on, you don't get a better deal for a tablet like that. The next product they showed I wasn't really that interested in, but I did think it was kind of unique. It's called the Nexus Q. So it's a ball, and basically what you can do is everyone who has the Android phone, say you're in your house or something and you want to add music to it. If you have all your stuff loaded to Google's Cloud, with your phone you can control it. And then if somebody else wants to add something like to the playlist that has the Android phone, they can do the same thing. So a bunch of people there with Android phones can add stuff. So for now you can share movies, music, TV shows, YouTube stuff. It's just feeding the stuff off to your TV, and it has inputs on it and everything. I don't know if you're familiar with this or not. Google has been releasing this information about Google Glass. It's been going on for a few months now. But basically, these glasses allow you to view things and obtain information or share stuff. They cut to these people that were in a blimp, I think, and they were going to skydive. And everybody was wearing the glasses, and they were sharing the video via a Google Hangout. So as we're watching the screen, they're wearing the glasses, the video is being streamed in, they jump out of an airplane, they all landed on the top of a building, then they handed the glasses to somebody else in a package, and those people on bikes were wearing glasses. They do this jumps on the bikes on top of the roof. Then you have somebody else, it was crazy, they have somebody else that was rappelling off the side of the building, he's wearing the glasses, and you get to see the video, and then finally they made the presentation about what this is. They found it most important for a first-person point of view of sharing. Parents looking at the kids, if you're just relaxing with your friends at a party. Now, on the other hand, the obtaining of information was pretty interesting to hear this from Google. When talking about the glasses, they were really talking about skipping that part where you have to grab information and giving people more power to know the information. For example, you were in a certain country and you had the glasses on and you were looking at something and you didn't know where you were. The glasses would be able to give you the information. They were trying to express the feeling of not knowing something, and that happens to all of us. We're looking at something, we're confused, you know, you're in the store, you're in the city, you're lost, whatever it is. And you're just looking at it and you're grabbing information. And that's very futuristic. So this is what it tells me. We went from having a cell phone where you tap the numbers to a screen now where you swipe and you make gestures and everything. And now what they're thinking is to have something on your face where you're just looking at stuff and then you're absorbing and getting information. And this is only a prototype. This is not available to consumers. People at this event were eligible to get one to try it out. Not everybody. They're probably going to have a select group, and it's $1,500 even for the developers. So I thought that was pretty interesting. They really just want to test this out. It's very new. Very good job, Google. So that's basically it. That's my Google recap of this I/O 12 event, day 1. And I'm also going to do another recap of day 2 tomorrow. If you're not subscribed to this channel, click that subscribe button, and also don't forget to thumbs up this video if you liked it. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.